the winner of this year's prize was self-taught. So she actually has a degree in liberal sciences or liberal arts at Birmingham, but she's a self-taught artist. And we get a wide range. We get a lot of art school students. We've had people as young as 18 and actually even younger. So we have people going into art school, we've got people at art school, we've had people with degrees. The sculpture winner, on the other hand, has a PhD or is studying for a PhD in something really complicated. So first, the sort of art schooling, the art education is relatively irrelevant for us. We're not looking at how you got to where you are now. We're looking at what the artwork and you as an artist now, rather than how you got there. But maybe, is there any, do you find, in your selection of artists, do you find a tendency that you tend to focus on the graduates and the people who have a degree, or
it's actually in the judging process, or
in what you've done in the past with
in
artists?
the judging process? It's not informational, so that we generally come across. I don't think there's a section or a CV that you're looking at, so it's actually irrelevant. I think it's not something I factor in with my art advisory and on my current project specifically. It's a platform called covet.art. It's non-existent, but in formation as we speak. And there we are looking at emerging, but we've contextualized emerging as recent graduates up to 5 years. And you can be new and self-taught, but I think the idea is that you've been at it for a relatively short amount of time. You have fresh eyes, tons of passion, but also you do need a bit of mentorship, and that's a really important element of something that we're going to incorporate. So it does give you a bit of a step up, and I do believe degree shows nowadays are highly attended, maybe more than they used to be, and a big place to be, discovered.
Yeah. Also, I think it's worth doing an art degree as well, mainly just because I went to Brighton, which had no course structure whatsoever, which a lot of people hated. I loved. It's great for me. But you're just given a studio space, and it's your first insight into just the practice of the world, and you're surrounded by so many other people making that work as well. If you're just on your own making work and you've got a concept, you can just do the same thing over and over and over again. And I learned the most from being at art school, but not from anything I was taught. It's like this weird thing about saying self-taught, because it still insinuates that art school you get taught a very specific thing, like a technique or a tradition, which doesn't happen at all anymore. So everyone is self-taught, but if you are at an art school, you are just constantly, subconsciously taking in so many ideas and thoughts and questioning your own work. It just gets you into a mindset which is incredibly useful to hold on to. So I think it's still invaluable personally, even though it's very, very expensive. I still think it's worth doing.